Thank you very much. For the slides you put on, okay, or this one, okay. Welcome to and hello to everybody. Now I present you see the logo in these days. You know that this TCA, like other TCA, training cooperation activities, are made under the Peace Plus project. That is a project. Peace is a famous word, but it's also an acronym for Participation Erasmus Alumni for Civic Engagement. This is the project that now involves more than 20 national agencies through Europe, but they start in the first phase in 2022. This is the second phase called Peace Plus. And it's important to understand what's happened till this year, till mid of this year, because the second phase starting this year through March and continues through 2027. And it's important to understand with a short video, 3 minutes video, what we do in the recent years and the starting point for the second phase of this project. This is, I repeat, this is a project of involve different national agency for improving the EU values, the belonging, to strengthen the belonging of EU and for the topics of the civic engagement. We start for the second part, but in the first part, we collected through Indire. This is the Italian, one of the 3 Italian national agencies that is a coordinator of the project. We involved 11 national agencies, and now the project for the second phase double up the number of NA through from 10 to now 21 national agency. And this is more or less the country involved in the project, and which are the main objective of the new phases of Peace Plus. The first important object is to enhance citizen understanding of European values and the advantage of EU membership while fostering stronger civic engagement and democratic participation. It places a particular emphasis on hesitance, to reaching hesitant citizens and inspiring young people to take an active role in the democratic life of the European Union. This is more or less the main objectives. And we try to reach this objective to capitalizing on previous best practice and enlarging the scale of result. The first is to develop and integrate network of Erasmus Plus actors, alumni, ambassador, and so on. The second is to develop a spread training modules and resource on EU values. In the video, we talk about the training module about the European institution make with, together with our pool of researchers that is coordinated by Professor Blocke, that you know very well. And we made a series that in the end of the presentation, you have the possibility to scan and to see all this material, but we try to make new one. I spoke in the next minutes. And the third is increase the number of communication, training, and dissemination activities like this, like the event, like the TCA, but also to make some activities on communication. I follow the communication activities in specific for this project, and I spoke you in the next slide what we try to do. And the continue research activities to the various topics related to the civic engagement. We have a pool of researchers that are focused on research on civic engagement. We divided the works, all the activity in 5 work package. The work package are the different kind of activities. The WP1 is the overall for the governance of all the TCA, but to jump in jump in that. The VP2 is network, the second, the VP3 is a training, the VP4 is a communication, and the VP5 is research. For example, communication, make preparation, dissemination of communication content through the various available channels, networks, social media, website, media, classical media, and promotion of learning models. The research, the words say that the definition of cluster, their characteristic, the critical issues in relation to peace plus stems, and identification of possible action to address these issues. And the definition of a method of measuring the level of civic engagement by a cluster. The important to divide it in 4 clusters, 4 networks, for VP is important for just to understand and to see the measuring of the level of the activity that we are making and how many people we are trying to involve and so on. This is more or less the scheme with the intersection between the different VP. But if we go in depth, the first is the governance. It involved all the national agency, 21. And the most important is we sign a memorandum of understanding together, all the national agencies involved in the project. And this is the governance make that so that all the activities are with a Gantt chart by different VP and so on. But enter to the one of the most important. This is the network. What are the activities and ongoing and planned activity? Mapping the network is important to understand who are the people involved in this, and going through survey among the partners that spread out all the survey through their networks. Sharing the good practices among NAs or enhancing existing networks, or, for example, launch new calls, like, for example, the call for a pupil, or the Erasmus Orchestra. This is another project that involved the young musician through Erasmus and that play together, unite in diversity by music. And for example, another important activity is example of Erasmus Days. For example, the Erasmus Days this year is focused on civic engagement and focus on EU value. And this is one of the possibility to make together this kind of project, to put the peace topics on this kind of project. And the point of attention are the synergy together, the other VP, VP3 and VP5 for the development of the training. Because network spread out all the activity, the training make many training course to strengthen the belonging of EU, and the communication put all the communication and try to strengthen and to share more to more people possible. This is VP3. The training is coordinated this case together with Belgium EPUS, Flanders, and in cooperation with the European Commission. We try to working on targeting the Trojan audience, but we currently working with the EU Commission to make training mandatory for the beneficiaries. I think that this is my personal opinion, but I think that if people have, for example, are beneficiary of one Erasmus Plus project, it's important that they know they know very well the institution, the EU fundamentals, and so on. Another is communication. Very quickly, communication made 2 kinds of activities. One-off communication activities, like, for example, we are studying, for example, a short film on EU values or a graphic novel on EU values, starting to tell Europe through the young people to young people, for example. And we are trying to make this activity for the next year. And in the meantime, we created a new pages on our Erasmus. Website in Italy, but now we are launching a new website of Peace Plus, independent to the Italian web pages of Erasmus. And other activities are more or less to spread out all the activities that the national agency make under the Peace Plus project. Because if, for example, one country made one activity in communication, is good to spread out on all the social network channels and so on. And for example, the first is, I don't show you the video because we don't have time, but in the last Europe Day in May, 9 of May, we make 2 short videos together, all the many NA that are involved, all the network of people, of pupils or alumni and so on. And we make 2 videos with to answer to the 2 questions. What does Europe represent for you, and what do you wish or expect from Europe today? We make the same question to many people, and we see the difference of thinking through the different people. We go on to the next one. Another achievement is a place. What? What's happened?
Could you wrap it up?
Yeah. One more.
Sure.
I finish.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah. Next one, you use to ChatGPT, you make with this, okay? I think it's the best solution. The first national important achievement is that communication TCA officer, communication officer, people like you, through an event like this, like TCA, talking you values, belonging of you, digital participation in general, and civic engagement, and so on. And last but not least, the research that we have, that I say a pool of research. This is our main activities, like, for example, a survey on European value, mapping the updating of research, and the point of attention is the definition of the operational working group to support the work initiated by the other agency. This is the event roadmap for this year, the TCA. We are 8 events. We've been 8 events this year. This is the next one next year, 2027, but to be defined. Probably more other TCA are made under the Peace Project. And these are, we left the slide to probably to the Padlet. These are more food for thought. For example, for some links to the topic of civic engagement and EU values, like Jean Monnet for School. This is our training module that are just online to the first phase of Peace. You say they participate in Europe video series with many modules and many units. And this is the first final report of the first phase of Peace made last year with all the reports made by Professor Blocher of many TCA that we organize during Peace. And last, I think the one word, freedom, remember, is first of all participation. Thank you.